So isn't weight loss all about the foods people eat?
Weight loss is not about the foods we eat. It's never been about the foods you eat. When we're talking about foods, we only have three elements that make up the foods we eat. There's proteins, there's carbohydrates, and there's fats. And we can adjust them so one is higher and one is lower. But there's only 7 possible variations. That's it. So all the diets are going to fall somewhere in one of those variations. And there's been weight loss diets, I guess, that have been around for 200 years. You'd think we would have figured it out. If it was all about the foods, we would have figured out that magic combination of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates so that it works. So at an intentional eating, we're taking the emphasis off the foods we eat, and we're working more on building better habits. We're working more on finding enjoyment. Because if you're going to try to lose weight and you're not enjoying the process, you're not going to do it. So at intentional eating, we've really put a strong emphasis on the social aspect of food. And we put a strong emphasis on the celebrational aspect of food. You see, when we break foods down into its macronutrients and its micronutrients, we lose that celebrational aspect. We lose that social aspect of food. Food wasn't always guaranteed. There's no guarantee that we were always going to eat, so that when we did have food, it was a joy. It was a celebration. And we wanted to share that with other people, so we brought across the neighbors and the family and the friends. And it was just that, a celebration. And so that's one of the things we're trying to bring back to the table. When we sit down, whatever it is that we eat, there should be that quality of just, it's a celebration. And we want to share that with other people. And when we bring that back, eating becomes joyful. Okay? And if it's joyful, then we're going to continue doing it. And that's one of the things that gives us such a high success rate, is that we continue on in that vein. And so we want to create a stronger focus on the input of our program rather than the output. People who are trying to make these changes, they're looking for a physical transformation. They're looking for a release from their excess fat. And what we found is that if we put a stronger emphasis on the input, which is the creation of new habits, that the output, the physical transformation, the release from excess fat, it's there. It's always there. Focus on the input, the output is always there. You want to create fun. Because if you're not having fun during the process, you're not going to do it. And that is really one of the biggest keys. If you're trying to create the you've always wanted, you've got to enjoy the process. You've got to have fun. And that's what you get when you have a membership with intentional eating, is you get to enjoy the process. You get to be involved in a small community that's taking place, and people who care about your successes. People who maybe want your successes more than they want their own. And that's what comes with the membership.